Most organizations have a wellness program, an employee assistant program number on the intranet, a mental health day, maybe a meditation app subscription. And burnout is at a 6-year high. 83% of workers experiencing some degree of it. The programs exist. The problem persists. Something is fundamentally wrong with the approach. This is what the talent. Let's go. The research is consistent on this. Individual wellness interventions, apps, seminars, meditation sessions do not address the root cause of burnout. The root cause is systemic. 52% of employees cite unmanageable workload as their primary burnout driver. 40% cite working too many hours. 39% cite poor management communication. None of those problems are solved by a meditation app. The organizations treating burnout as an individual problem to be managed by the individual are misdiagnosing a systemic issue as a personal failing. That misdiagnosis is expensive. Burned out employees are 63% more likely to take sick days. They are 23% more likely to visit an emergency room. They are significantly more likely to leave. And replacing them costs 50 to 200% of their annual salary. The wellness program, that costs $50 per employee per year, is not preventing the $150,000 replacement cost of the burned out high performer who quietly resigned. The math does not work. The context matters. Employees in 2026 are carrying a specific weight that did not exist in the same form before. Layoff anxiety. 100,000 jobs cut this year. Colleagues disappearing. Workload increasing to absorb the departed. AI anxiety. The persistent fear that the next restructure will be automated rather than announced. Economic squeeze. Consumer sentiment at a 74-year low. Gas prices elevated. Inflation above the Fed's target. All of this is being processed in organizations that expect employees to show up performing at full capacity while carrying all of it privately. Researchers are calling it a supercycle of change, economic volatility, AI disruption, and global tension converging simultaneously. Most employees feel they cannot discuss these stresses at work because they are seen as not work-related. But they are work-related. Everything a person carries outside the office walks in with them every morning. Organizations that pretend otherwise are managing half the human. The Gallup research is definitive on this. Manager training is the single most effective intervention. When managers receive basic formal training, active disengagement on their teams drops by half. Half. Not from a wellness program. From a trained manager. Because 70% of team engagement variance comes from the manager. A disengaged manager creates a disengaged team. An untrained manager creates an unsafe environment where employees mask their distress rather than disclose it. Beyond manager training, 3 things that work. 1. Workload management. Audit what people are actually carrying. Especially after restructures. The work that belonged to the people who left did not disappear. It landed somewhere. Find it. 2. Psychological safety. Employees who feel they can speak honestly about workload, capacity, and concerns are dramatically less likely to reach crisis burnout. Psychological safety is not a culture initiative. It is a management behavior. 3. Meaningful recognition. Not performance metrics. Recognition of the person behind the output. Employees who feel seen as human beings, not just as resources, have measurably better mental health outcomes at work. Burnout is at a 6-year high. 83% of workers are affected. Wellness programs are not moving the number. The solution is not more apps. It is trained managers, audited workloads, psychological safety, recognition that sees the person. Comment well-being below if your organization is getting this right or getting it wrong. Disclaimer: this content is based on 20 years of HR experience and is for informational purposes only. This is not a substitute for professional mental health support. This is what the talent. The move is yours.